my glass of apple cider vinegar and sparkling water with lime.
That sounds terrible.
It's what has to happen right now. That's what I'm doing. Okay, everybody. It is Rebecca Reads the Newsletter. Sylvia drinks wine, but you'll notice Rebecca is the one drinking wine today. Yay, cheers.
Cheers.
So we're happy to be here with you to read the newsletter for this week. And Rebecca, with your fancy new microphone.
Okay, we are reading the May 9th edition of the Greater Regional Alliance of Realtors newsletter.
I like it.
All right, the 2022 Code of Ethics training is due. You have to take it every 3 years, and ours is up. So you can take it online through NAR, and it's free. Or you can take a class, which is super fun. I highly recommend going to the live class because I've done it and I love it. And I'm sad I can't go this year, but you can go for me. It is $15, but you do receive 3 hours of continuing ed.
Yeah, that thing.
Mm-hmm. And a light breakfast. And there's a bunch of different dates that you can go. And it's actually sponsored by ATA National Title Group.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
fun.
Thank you.
Okay. Yep. The 3-on-3 at 3 now has 12 months of learning. And you can access that by going to the newsletter and clicking where it says click here. Or I believe they have a YouTube page as well you can go to watch all of the previous recordings. And the May 19th edition at 3 is about branding yourself. And Bryant Mitchell, Lauren Marcy, and Brooke Finlan are going to be the panelists.
Oh,
so that is for sure to be a fun, exciting class.
I love it.
Yep, you can also watch it on our Facebook page, the GRAR Facebook page.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. The NAR chief economist Lawrence Yun predicts uncertainty for the housing market. Oof. So here's what he's saying. So the housing market kept the economy afloat during COVID because home prices rose and demand intensified. Okay. However, this year has already thrown some curveballs, including record low inventory and unyielding inflation. While housing supply appears to be on the upswing as builders are increasing new home construction, Yoon says inflation will persist and in turn cause a strain for would-be buyers. Ugh. The Russian-Ukraine situation also doesn't help, including the rising fuel prices. And also there's that rapid increase in mortgage rates. But it's not doom and gloom. So don't worry. It's okay still. It's okay. It's just an adjustment.
Gotcha.
But did you know that the median home price has increased from $300 to $400 more a month?
Wow.
Eek. So, NAR is calculating purchasing a home is now 55% more expensive than a year ago. 55%.
Wow.
But Yoon is saying that wages are improving. But then it's kind of ruined because of inflation. Okay. So it doesn't matter.
Cool.
Yep. But wages did rise 6% from a year ago, but inflation has risen at 8.5%. And he thinks inflation will continue for several months. So we're just going to get rid of that negativity and we're going to go to a great article.
I like it.
Regarding properties that do not allow overlapping showings. Like this has been a problem lately, okay? If it says no overlapping showings, it means no overlapping showings no matter what the reason. We know it's inconvenient for you and your buyers, but there's a reason, so you have to respect it. So GRAR Safety Task Force is recommending if there are no overlapping showings allowed, take the key with you and lock the door. because lots of times agents will show up early or buyers will show up early and they'll just come in.
Yeah.
But if you lock the door and have the key, you don't have to worry about that. But just know the next agent is going to be mad at you. But you're following the rules.
Exactly.
So if you're following the rules, you don't have to worry about anything. You're fine. Okay? So here's an example of something that happened to an agent recently. She had an appointment to show a home in Kentwood, and she arrived with her clients when it was starting to get dark. They parked on the street, and as they were exiting the car, a large white dually truck pulled up. And a large man jumped out. Well, he rolled down the window, actually. And he asked if they were going into the home and if he could walk with them. The realtor did a great job, and she explained that he could call the listing agent and request a showing. And she even pointed at the sign. Smart girl. However, he became angry and said that he was a truck driver and just doesn't have time for that. And since she's a realtor, she should just do it for him. But luckily, the husband that was with her client's husband, he stepped in and said, dude, chill it, get in your car, get out of here. And he did, but he was mad, okay? But she did the right thing, and they quickly went in the house and they locked the door, okay? Now, if you have listings where showings are only one at a time, there's actually this nifty little sign that you can have the agents put on the door during their showing, and then everyone knows there's a showing going on and nobody else comes in.
I like it.
And it's 40 cents. So get a couple of those suckers and just put them in there, put a note, whatever, and it is genius. Genius.
I like it.
Okay. All right. Next article was in Realtor Magazine, and it's regarding inventory woes. Okay? Did you know in the 1940s, 60% of the housing stock was entry-level homes?
Wow.
Today, so it was 60%.
Yeah.
Now it's 10%.
Wow.
And in some areas, it's in the single digits.
Well, and then what's worse, you have some clients that really, they've never bought a home before, they've only ever rented, and they aren't even qualified for that much of their FHA, and they think they need to have something more than a starter home. Like, this bedroom's too small. This doesn't have an attached garage. Oh, this yard's not big enough. It's just like, wow. Spoiled.
This is the face you give, right? Okay, I show you. I will show you. You show them.
Yes.
And then they understand.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, Freddie Mac has found that the country currently has a deficit of 3.8 million homes. A deficit. That is a problem.
It is.
So, but they are saying, again, that housing starts have risen, but they can't keep up with the pace of demand. And the same thing, like it's ruined because of the pandemic and the supply chain and rising prices and blah, 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 and na, 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 na. Mm-hmm. So, this led to an average home price to appreciate 19% from last year. But income growth, again, has not kept the pace. And it goes through our median incomes. Mm-hmm. So I'm not even going to go through it. It's just negative. If you want to hear
negativity. We don't need that kind of negativity in our lives.
We don't want that. We want solutions. And they're in this article.
All right. I like it.
Okay. So one is to leverage the current aging housing stock in vacant homes. Apparently, there's a lot of older homes and a lot of vacant homes. 5.8 million vacant homes nationwide. How could that even be? What? Someone needs to do some legwork and find those vacant homes.
For sure.
Okay? And then there are a lot of homes that are older than 42 years. So, apparently that's old.
Yeah.
I thought that was still young. But it's old. So, if we had more people that could flip homes, we could have more homes to sell, right? Because those first-time home buyers want an updated home because mom and dad told them they should have an updated home.
Uh-huh.
So it's mom and dad.
Dang
Even
it,
though
Mom and Dad.
Well, mom and dad probably had a really nice home, but whatever. Who cares? Anyway, apparently also, one other thing we could do is investigate properties held by municipalities or land banks, which have the power to clear a title and hold the inventory, but they don't have any way to sell it. And I don't know anything about that. So if someone does, there's a market for that. Because a high percentage of land owned by municipalities or land banks is vacant lots, which some builder could build on. So it's genius, right?
Right.
And also, accessory dwelling units offer another solution. And apparently those are becoming legal in certain areas.
What do you mean accessory dwellings? Like mother-in-law type, that kind of thing? Like what do you mean? Like extra apartments?
Like an extra thing. Like maybe like a she shed.
Okay. Oh, okay, gotcha. Or like, the apartment above the garage. Is that what you're... We're not sure. Okay, we're going to find out.
Accessory dwelling unit, and there really wasn't any more information.
All right.
So if you don't really know, there's this thing called Google. Google it.
Okay, I'll do that.
I don't know that is a thing in West Michigan, but maybe more in rural areas. But remember, Grand Rapids is now allowing you to split your land if you live downtown. Remember that?
Right.
So you could have an extra lot to build a house on. You could have a local builder build a home, and you can sell it, and everyone is so happy. And you get to live in the cool downtown of Grand Rapids. So fun. Okay. Next article is about VA loans.
Okay.
I mean, don't you just hate it when you have a buyer that qualifies for a VA loan and they can't get the house? It's so annoying. It's just as good of a loan as anything else, but it's a thing. But did you also know a lot of veterans don't even know that it's available to them?
Right.
So there was a survey done by 1,000 active duty service members and veterans, and here's what they did not know.
Wow, I'm excited.
Yep. So get your pens and pencils ready, and I want you to put this on your social media because you're going to be the hero, right? Okay. 17% of veterans and 45% of active duty members believe they need 20% down. They need zero down. This is insane. Zero down, but they think they need 20%. That's a big chunk of people.
Yep.
Half of active duty members and nearly a third of veterans believe a VA loan can only be used once. Nope. You can use it more than once. Nearly 60% of active duty members and 41% of veterans believe VA loans have longer processing times. Nope. 48% of active duty members and 40% of veterans think VA loans will have delays due to the paperwork involved. Many of the respondents believe VA loans don't provide much savings compared to a conventional loan, and they really are a great program. So maybe as the market shifts, the more you know about VA loans, then you're going to have more buyers, and they're going to be more qualified, and it's going to be great. So get that social media pumping about VA loans. And guess what? The National Association of Realtors and the Department of Veteran Affairs recently launched a joint video series to teach about the truths about VA loans.
Okay.
For veterans, active duty, and realtors. I love it.
I like it.
Best. All right, your favorite part, weekly Q&A.
It is my favorite part.
Question number 1.
Okay.
What is Fairhaven and how do I participate? Well, guess what? It's an innovative online simulation from NAR where agents work against the clock to sell homes in the fictional town of Fairhaven while confronting discrimination in the home buying process. It's trickier than you may expect, and I agree with that. But one agent said this is about the training. One agent said this. It's a must-do for anyone in real estate, and I agree with that one agent. Because you think you know,
right,
but you don't, because you haven't been there, so you don't know. So you have to be in the situation to know. So if you go to the newsletter, 292 GRAR members have taken it.
Oh,
that's great, but we have like over 3,000 members, so we need more than that. Okay, so if you plan to complete the DeFi certification series that will be offered later this year, Fairhaven is one of the components, but you don't have to wait, so you can do it now.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
And if you complete Fairhaven, you'll be recognized in this very newsletter. Okay? So that's cool. And you can click here to learn more. Okay. Next question. What is the name of the form that includes a hold harmless of sorts if my buyer opts to write an offer on a property sight unseen? Oh, that's a tough one. Okay. But there is a form called the Buyer's Acknowledgement and Release Form. It can be found in the West Michigan Regional Library with zip and .loop, and it's available in a fillable PDF format on the member side of the GRAR website. Did you know that? All the forms are in the member side of the GRAR website.
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay, good. Okay. It also addresses instances where buyers might wish to make their offers more competitive by waiving inspections, offering a non-refundable earnest deposit, or providing an appraisal gap guarantee. So that form does it all.
Nice.
In this market.
Okay.
Okay. Where do I find the new Fast Stats tool?
I don't know. Where do we find it?
Oh my gosh. So these reports are generated on the 10th of the month,
Okay.
are static, and they reflect activity for the prior month and are available under stats.
Okay.
Stats on the public website.
Okay.
Recently, a dynamic tool has been added to the top of the same web page. Fast Stats will enable you to create reports for a specific area and time period. You may search by county or drill it down to communities. So if you have a farm, you could drill it down to your farm. That's genius.
Okay.
Okay? I love it. All right, last question. How do I determine if a particular address is in a flood zone? Ooh, there is a map overlay on our Flex MLS that will help you make this determination. This is how you get there. Click on Quick Start, click on Map in the upper right side of the screen, click on the Overlay drop-down menu, select FEMA flood zones, and simply zoom in on the location.
Okay.
That's on Flex MLS.
Nice.
Easy. And that's it. That is it.
You did it. That went by fast. You did that fast.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
I have one more.
Oh, okay. Events.
May 24th.
Okay.
YPN Summer Kickoff Celebration, and it's the Great Cornholio
Okay.
from 1 to 4, and it's in GRAR's parking lot.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, partners will be selected at random, so you can't make your team. You have
Okay.
to take what comes,
All right.
and you have to be okay with it.
I like
Be the
cornhole.
leader of it.
I like cornhole. I do.
But if you don't even want to compete, it's okay. You can still go, and you can have tacos.
Well, I want to play cornhole. I do.
Okay.
I want to do that.
May 24th, register today.
Oh, okay.
Young professionals, but they even take the old professionals. They don't care what your age is. They just want you to come.
Okay, they're not going to check
Okay.
my ID at the door.
They are not going to check your ID at the door.
Nice. Well, thank you, Rebecca. That's it for our weekly reading of the GRAR newsletter. Bye.